is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video on my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over day one of the NBA play-in tourney for Tuesday, May 18th, 2021. I'm going to show you both sides of each game. It's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in these games, you'll have to join my Patreon. My picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. Wish you guys the best of luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the games. For day one, we have the Hornets versus the Pacers. They're going to be battling it out for the ninth spot, or the 8th seed, excuse me. Whoever wins this game goes on to face the winner of the Wizards versus the Celtics, who will be battling it out. Winner of the Celtics and the Wizards goes on to be the 7th seed, and the loser faces the winner here between the Hornets and the Pacers for the 8th seed, 8th place. So I have my daily numbers on this side: date numerology, Gregorian, Hebrew calendar. And then on this side, I have what I call my game numbers. Now, it looks very similar to my regular season. Just a few more things are added or different. Away team up top, head-to-head in the middle, home team at the bottom. What's different is the coach record. I'm looking at his all-time record, whereas before, during the regular season, I just look at his regular season record and then his regular season record as a coach for the team if there is one. But in this one, I look at his all-time record, so I add his postseason and regular season record. And then attached here, I have the season record, their away record for the season, and then right here is the team's record postseason. And then for the head-to-head, instead of all-time and regular season, it's just all-time, and then it's the head-to-head postseason, and then it's the head-to-head for the current season, how many times they played this season. So for the Pacers, their coach, since he's a brand new coach, this is his first postseason game. I put all-time is the same as the team's. So basically, the coach's all-time record for his career is the same as the Pacers' current season record. So I just, instead of writing it twice, that's what I write, and then it's his first postseason game for his career. So that's just what's a little different from my regular season. And then as the playoffs go on, I tend to add a little bit more because you just start to look at things a little bit deeper. But here we have 44 date numerology on the Gregorian. 44 sums to 144. Hornets coach, he can sit on 144 all-time head-to-head losses. Not all-time head-to-head. He can sit on 144 all-time career losses with the win. Today with 44 and 64 date numerology on the Gregorian. This is the Hornets' 64th postseason game as a team. It is the 242nd day of the Hebrew Civil. And the Pacers, this is their 242nd postseason game as a team. So whoever loses this game is out. They go home. What would be interesting is if the Hornets, if they were to win this game, they would become 24-40 for a postseason record as a team. 244 Pacers, 242nd postseason game, 242nd day of the Hebrew Civil, 242. 242 is just an anagram of 244. And then the Hornets coach, he would sit on that 144. What makes it even more interesting is if Hornets win this game and they go on to play in the next round, which would be against either the Wizards or the Celtics, it would take place on the 20th, I believe. Let's double check. The 20th. Yeah, the 8th, the East. So this is for the East. So it happened on the 20th, and the 20th just so happens to be the 244th day of the Hebrew Civil. So Hornets can come into this game 24 and 40 on the 244th, becoming 24 and 40 on the 242nd. So I thought that was kind of interesting. 1621, that has number properties, I think. Yeah, 1621 is the 257th prime number. 257 is the 55th prime number. And 75, this being the 75th NBA season, 75 sums to 55. And Charlotte Hornets sum to 75. So maybe they get a pass this round. They could become 1621 on the road, the 257th prime. So that's what I'm kind of looking at for the Hornets. If they were to win, if they go ahead and move on, I would say it's most likely is the 2440. Him sitting on 144. And then you have the 1621 prime number connection. For the Pacers, though, if the Pacers were to win and for them to move on, it's hard because the coach doesn't really have anything for me to like vibe off of. Pacers for the season have only beat the Hornets one time out of 3 games. But it is the 7th day of the 9th month on the Hebrew Civil. And 79 is the 22nd prime number. And Pacers could even the score 2-2, like 22, knocking the Hornets out. So we got to keep that in mind. At the same time, Hornets would get their 22nd road loss to go with. So that kind of just flows with it. Pacers getting their 35th win. Let's look ahead here. If there's any numbers that line up for them. 66, 46, 30. The 30 is interesting because 30 sums to 35. And so if Pacers win this game, they get their 35th win, and then they would head into the next game on 30-date numerology for the Gregorian. 30 sums to 35. They can get their 71st all-time head-to-head win against the Hornets. 71 sums to 144. Today, 44-date numerology on the Gregorian. 44 sums to 144. So that's a very big possibility. And on top of that, it sums to 126. So 71 sums to 144 and 126. They can get their 71st all-time head-to-head win against the Hornets. And then the Pacers would sit on 126 postseason losses as a team with the win. So that looks pretty good for them. The thing about 79 too, if we go back to the 22s, is 79. Oops, 70, 90. 79 sums to 145. And it could be the demise for the Hornets. Coach can get his 145th all-time loss, along with them getting their 22nd road loss. 79, the 22nd prime, as the Pacers even the score 2-2. And then this whole 242 and 2440. I mean, maybe the 242 is good for the Pacers. It'd be in the 242nd day. Instead of trying to make something out of this 2440, that could line up. 244 day. It's a possibility. We've seen weirder stuff. And it has 19-date numerology on the Gregorian. Sorry to say it, 19 sums to 41 and 40. And Hornets can get their 40th loss for the season as they get their 41st postseason loss as a team. So, interesting numbers here for this game. Can go either way. I can make a pretty interesting case either way. It's just going to see which numbers hit, which ones pop. Let's look ahead of here again. On the next game's 30, 46, 66, 140, 244. Would there be any reason for Hornets to go and then get their 40th loss? Would 40 pop here? 40 does sum to 30. If Hornets win this game and then they lose in the next one on 30 date numerology and get their 40th loss, 40 does sum to 30. So just kind of like the for the 35 for the Pacers, it can go either way. What I suppose Pacers, if they win, they can get their 39th loss on this day as well, being the 9th day of the 3rd month with 93 date numerology, 39 date numerology on the Hebrew Civil. So there's something for that. 116, 126. It's a tough one. 106. The next game is going to be the 74th game for them. Both 74, 170, 127. So Pacers can at least play 74 games before they get their 127th loss postseason. So in their 74th game for the season, which would be their next game, excuse me, they can get that 127. So tough game. Yeah, you can make a case either way. All right, let's look at the Wizards and the Celtics. Wizards and the Celtics. Loser of this game plays the winner of this game. 73rd game of the season, 73rd game of the season. 73 is the 21st prime number. Wizards can sit on 21 road losses with the win. Celtics can sit on 21 home wins with the loss. It is the 7th day of the 3rd month on the Hebrew religious, like 73. A day leaving 318 left on the Hebrew religious calendar. Celtics coach, he can get his 318th loss all time for his career, as the Celtics sit on 381 postseason wins as a team, which is an anagram of 318. And it's also the 138th day on the Gregorian, which is an anagram of those two numbers as well. Or is it a reflection of? Maybe it's a reflection of one of them, anagram of another. But either way, all the same numbers, 318, 138, 381. Celtics, they can get their 37th win for the season or their 37th loss. This is the 37th home game for the Celtics, 37th away game for the Wizards. Celtics coach, he can become 37-37 all time postseason for his career with the loss. The Wizards, their coach, he can get his 49th win and sit on 44 losses postseason. Today with 44 date numerology, 64 date numerology, 64 sums to 49. I believe 49 and 44 also share the 54 and 45 number. But speaking of 45, he can just bounce that 49 to 45 losses. The number 44 also sums to 99, and Wizards would get their 99th postseason win as a team. But here's the trick. If Celtics win this game and Wizards lose and go on to play the winner of this game, it's going to be played on the 9th day of the 9th month on the Hebrew Civil, like 99. And so if Wizards do not get their 99th win against Celtics, they can always pick up their 99th win postseason in the next matchup on the 9th day of the 9th month on the Hebrew Civil, like 99. It will be the Ninth day of the third month, 33, 93 date numerology, 39 date numerology over there. And Wizards would be on the road, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if they'd be on the road or a home team against. I don't know. If they're on the road, they would get that 16th on the road, and 16, 33, 93, 39. So it could happen on that day if they're on the road. But same thing for the Wizards and the Celtics, kind of similar to the Pacers and the Hornets, the 22. Wizards, this is the 7th day of the ninth month on the Hebrew Civil, like 79, the 22nd prime. Wizards can even the score 2-2 head to head against the Celtics, like 22. It would take place in Boston, Take place in Boston, 22. And on the flip side, though, if we're going to mark this 22 here, we have to be honest with ourselves and say that Wizards can get their 22nd road loss and Celtics can get their 22nd home win. So we got to be honest there. And it's the Celtics coach 709th all-time game for his career, which kind of looks like a 79. Let's see if that has any number properties. 709, 127th prime number. Is there 127? Celtics could get their 127th all-time head-to-head loss against the Wizards. That's not a good look. But at the same time, 127 is the 31st prime number, and the Celtics can up the series 3-1 head-to-head against the Wizards, going on to face the Brooklyn Nets, I believe, in the next round. But I kind of like Wizards, though. I think it would be more interesting if Wizards went on to face the Brooklyn Nets as the 7 seed, just because Westbrook is on the Wizards and Harden and Durant is on the Nets. So it'd be like a reunion for them a little bit in ways. So we'll see. We got this 14-9 here. Celtics postseason. What was I going to do with that? I know it's the 35th prime number. 149. I thought I saw like a 35 or a 149. I guess not. 334th all-time head-to-head matchup between these two. Wizards could sit on that 34 wins for the season. 459. I don't know if that has any number properties. 459. Nuh-uh. Alright, well that's just the general look for right now. Definitely got some time to continue to look at it. I'm going to continue to look at it. My final picks are always in writing on my Patreon. You know what I just noticed? 709, the 127th prime. It's also his 74th postseason game. And we already talked about this. 74 sums to 127. I thought that was interesting. Okay. Yeah, definitely continue to build off of this. If you need more info, hopefully this is a great jumping off point for you guys. And you can always just pause the videos and just look at the numbers. Like pause the video right now. Boom. Now you have both numbers that you can just stare at and look at it for yourself. And then bam. Pause the video right here. Boom. Now you have both numbers that you can just stare at and you don't have to listen to me because the video is paused. Alright, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.